Hi everyone, Kim here, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of SmartFox TV. Enjoy!
Good morning, everyone, and now for the national news. If you're a Los Angeles sports fan, you had a good night last night, as the Lakers and the Dodgers both won Game 1 of their respective playoff series. The Lakers defeated the Miami Heat 116-98 on strong performances by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who scored 25 and 34 points respectively. While it's still early, the Lakers dominated and questions are popping up. Is the series already over? Well, based on the game last night, who knows? The Dodgers across town played the Milwaukee Brewers, defeating them by a final score of 4-2. And while this isn't the finals for baseball, it is still the playoffs, so go LA. In broader U.S. news, the Commission on Presidential Debates will be instituting additional rules in effort to focus the debates. The first debate, which happened Tuesday, spent much of the time going off the rails, and I think it's safe to say that it did not go well. One of the potential changes will be the ability for the moderator to cut off the mic of whoever candidate or whatever candidate is breaking the rules. Much like an elementary school teacher would do in a Zoom class for a student who's speaking out of turn. Well, it's a Thursday. It's a relatively short news day, so we're going to keep it simple. I'm Chris Yates, and this has been National News.
True or false? Dalmatian puppies are not born with spots. The first animal to go into orbit was a dog. No two dogs have the same nose print. Cancer is the most common health problem in dogs.
Welcome back, everybody, and now it's time for some international news. In Europe, France has announced that it will eventually ban the use of all wild animals in circuses and marine parks. Some of these animals include killer whales, dolphins, bears, tigers, lions, and elephants. In an effort to help those losing jobs due to the change, however, France will implement an 8 million and 8 million euro, what comes out to be about $9.2 million, a package to help transition these workers to other forms of work. This is not unique to France, however. This is something that we're seeing across the world as countries now question whether or not keeping these animals in captivity is really good for them. In Latin America, protesters have been destroying monuments to European settlers known to have decimated indigenous populations. This is part of a greater trend in the Americas as countries come to grips with their own often violent origins. According to the protesters, celebrating what equates to genocide shouldn't be a source of national pride. In America, we are seeing the same thing play out in the South, as old Confederate monuments are being destroyed and removed as symbols of an era that most of us aren't very proud of. Thank you for watching International News. I'm Chris Yates, and we'll see you again next time.
This Day in History with Sally Fang. So today is October 1st, and we're going to go over a lot of different years and events that happened this day in history. So in 1864, John Summerlin Staples was paid $500 to be a substitute for U.S. President Abraham Lincoln on that day. In 1869, the very first postcards were issued in Vienna, Austria. In 1888, the first issue of National Geographic was published. In 1891, Stanford University opened its doors thanks to Leland Stanford and his wife Jane, who had a $40 million donation in memory of their son. An interesting fact is that Herbert Hoover was one of the first people to graduate from Stanford University, and he later became one of our U.S. presidents. In 1903, we had our first baseball World Series. It was a game played between Pittsburgh Pirates and Boston Americans in which the former team won. In 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Model T car, which cost about $825. And it was one of the first prototypes for the cars that we have today. And as you know, we still have the all-American brand Ford nowadays. In 1949, the People's Republic of China was proclaimed by Mao Zedong, so that is their national day. In 1957, that was the first time we saw the words "In God We Trust" printed on US paper currency. In 2018, more than 80,000 Americans died of the flu during the 2017 to 2018 winter, which was the highest in 10 years according to US officials. And more recently, just last year, in 2019, China celebrated their 70th anniversary of communism, apparently with a 15,000 count of soldiers parading through Beijing. These are all events that happened this day in history.
COVID has made a lot of changes to our lives. One area that has had a huge impact is our health. Not being able to go outside, the gyms are closed, and food choices that we have access to or not have access to has affected us. So I reached out to my friend and personal trainer, Maurice Talton, who has been inspiring and helping people from across the United States since before and now especially since the pandemic. Maurice has been a celebrity trainer for athletes, TV personalities, musicians. He shook hands and trained with the famous to the average person like myself who want to keep fit. Since Maurice lives in New York, it has been a little more difficult to have him as a trainer. But now COVID has made it possible for me to have the ultimate opportunity of daily check-ins and video group workouts, designed and implemented by the celebrity trainer Maurice Talton. I'm excited to introduce my interview with Maurice on SmartFox now. This is Maurice Talton. Maurice, can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing training?
So I've been doing training for about 15 years now. Pretty much got started when I was playing football, and this was like my passion, And then I said, I needed to find a way to turn this into a business. So one thing led to another back in 2006 when I tore my ACL, and boom, now I'm here. What advice would I give to people who start working out? I would say take it easy, take it slow, don't try too many things. Just do what you've been doing, but now eat a little bit less. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to underdo it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do this, you got to take that, you got to do, because 9 times out of 10, you wasn't thinking all those things when you was eating bad, right? So don't think about all those things when you're trying to get healthy. Oh my God, what I got to do? What I got to do to do this?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do when you got there? What did you do to get all that weight on? You wasn't thinking about all the unnecessary things you're thinking about now. So don't make it crazy. Just one day at a time.
Make it part of your lifestyle. Now, and you're helping children. What was the program you used again? That you started?
So the children, it's called the Youth Takeover Project, and basically what that is, that's like my overall life expand dream. It's a building that's going to basically help kids get a health scholarship through my program, and they're going to learn from food, nutrition, weights, gym, exercising, just keeping them healthy, keeping the obesity tracker down, learning about the real health, and basically if they keep their health down from age of 6 to the age of 18, they can get a health scholarship to school.
Very cool. What was your transition from the gym, your regular gym that you have now, to now going to COVID and being completely online? Let everybody else kind of know.
Yeah, well, I pretty much, once COVID hit, I kind of like took 2 weeks off, and I said, wow, this is the life. Like, I don't have to train nobody. I don't have to get up at 4 a.m. I don't have to hear people's cries. I don't have to, you know what? I'm going to take this time out for me. But then 3 days, I'm over here eating Pop-Tarts. I'm having French toast. I'm having eggs. I'm having, you name it, donuts, Christmas. I was having it. I was like, listen, I'm taking time out, and I'm enjoying everything. Find finding yourself out of routine, and you're like, this is not good. So
I think everybody was doing that.
Gotta do something. So I said, all right, let's start this online class. So I started doing free IG workouts. So I started doing live workouts. I started there. I said, let's just do something on IG 3 times a week. And then it led to 4 times a week. And I said, all right, let's do a free 6-week challenge. And then we had about 700 people sign up. And then I said, perfect, now let's do a level 1 challenge. So that was $50.
Crazy.
So I said, let's do a level 2. So, you know, my whole goal is to take this all the way to level 4, 2021.
I think this is the new.
No, this is the new. This is the new.
Yeah. But I still think the gym, obviously, people want a place to go. And, I mean, when I look at the videos and the pictures of the things, I'm not in New York, obviously, but I get to see all of the things that you have with Instagram and everything. And it's just like a small community. And your gym is more than just a gym. It's one last question. Who's the one you, like, couldn't believe you, like? Because to me, I feel like you trained a couple people where I'm like, I can't believe he works with him or her or whatever. It's just astounding to me. Who's like the one where you're like, dang, this is kind of dope?
I have to say, it's between like Don Leonard and Ilyasha Shabazz. Like they both have so many stories because they both deal with so many different types of people.
Yeah.
Right? You have Malcolm X's daughter, Ilyasha Shabazz, you have Don Leonard. And just hearing their stories and just being around them makes me say, wow, like this is a blessing. This.
Well, you're an amazing trainer. I mean, we all are dying over here at our house on a daily basis. We haven't even gotten into the root of your workouts yet. They're intense.
Nice.
Thank you again. Appreciate your time.
Did you get them all correct? Dalmatian puppies are not born with spots is true. The first animal to go into orbit was a dog is true. Her name was Laika. No two dogs have the same nose print is also true. Cancer is the most common health problem in dogs is false. It's actually obesity.
Thanks for watching SmartFox TV. I'm Chris Yates.
I'm Kim.
I'm Sally.
I'm Tracy.
Until next time, stay
Stay
foxy.
foxy.